Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another powerful and life-changing episode here at Native English Flow, the channel where you learn English while learning how to improve your life. I'm really happy you're here today. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Today, we're going to talk about something deep and real: how to turn pain into power. Pain is a part of life. No one escapes it. But what we do with our pain, that's where the power lives. In this episode, we will explore how to face pain, learn from it, and use it to become stronger, wiser, and more focused. Pain comes in many forms. It can be physical, like a broken leg or an illness. But often, it is emotional. Maybe someone left you. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you failed at something you really cared about. Or maybe you just feel empty, lost, or tired. Whatever it is, pain is real. It is heavy. It slows you down. It makes you question yourself. It makes you want to stop. But pain is not the end of your story. Pain is not your enemy. Pain can be your teacher. Every strong person you admire has felt pain. Every successful person has failed. Every wise person has suffered. What made them powerful was not the pain. It was their response to it. They didn't run from the pain. They used it. They turned pain into power. Pain has the power to open your eyes. It can show you what matters. It can wake you up. It can help you grow in ways you never imagined. But to turn pain into power, you have to face it. Most people try to avoid pain. They cover it with distractions. They scroll on their phones. They eat too much. They stay busy. They tell themselves, "I'm fine. It doesn't matter. I don't care." But inside, the pain is still there. It waits. It grows. It doesn't go away on its own. You cannot heal what you refuse to feel. So the first step is simple, but hard. Stop. Be still. And feel it. Let yourself cry. Let yourself be angry. Let yourself say, "This hurts." You don't need to pretend. You don't need to be strong every minute. Real strength is not hiding pain. Real strength is facing it with honesty. When you face your pain, you begin to take back control. You say, "This is my story. This happened to me. But it will not break me." Once you face your pain, ask it a question. What is this pain trying to teach me? Maybe it's teaching you that you need better boundaries. Maybe it's teaching you to love yourself more. Maybe it's showing you what is no longer working in your life. Pain has a message. It's not random. It's trying to show you something. A failed relationship can teach you how to respect yourself. A lost job can teach you to find your real purpose. A deep sadness can teach you the value of peace. Every painful moment has something inside it: a lesson, a gift, a truth. But you can only receive the gift if you stop running. If you listen. Pain creates energy. It can crush you or it can drive you. You can use your pain to become bitter. Or you can use it to become better. Ask yourself, how can I turn this into something strong? Into something meaningful? Some people use their pain to help others. They take their story and turn it into light. They speak. They teach. They serve. And in doing so, they heal. Others use pain as motivation. They say, "I will not let this define me. I will become stronger. I will grow. I will rise." This doesn't mean ignoring the pain. It means using it. Let your pain remind you of your strength. Let it push you forward when you feel weak. You are still alive. You are still breathing. That means you still have power. Pain changes you, but you get to choose how. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can stay in the dark, or you can walk toward the light. You can use it as a reason to stop, or as a reason to rise. You have that choice, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Pain can become your power when you take control of the story you tell yourself. If you tell yourself, I am broken, I am weak, I am unlucky, then your pain will control you. But if you tell yourself, I am learning, I am healing, I am becoming stronger, then your pain becomes part of your strength. The words you speak shape your future. The story you tell becomes the life you live. You are not what happened to you. You are not your failures. You are not your mistakes. You are the person who survived. You are the person who kept going. You are the one who got up again. That is power. Sometimes the people around you will not understand your pain. They might say, just move on. It's not a big deal. Stop thinking about it. But only you know how deep it feels. Only you know how hard it is. That's why you have to be kind to yourself. Don't wait for others to understand. Don't wait for permission to heal. Give yourself what you need. Time, space, patience, support. Healing is not a race. Some days will feel better. Some days will feel worse. That's okay. You are not going backward. You are rebuilding. Turning pain into power also means turning pain into action. Use the energy of your pain to make a change. Take a step. Do one small thing. Write something. Say something. Move your body. Move your heart. Move your life. Action is a way to break free from the trap of pain. When you act, you feel alive again. You feel like you matter again. You stop feeling like a victim. You start feeling like a creator. Like someone with a future. Like someone who still has something to give. Sometimes pain teaches you what really matters. After pain, you stop wasting time. You stop chasing what isn't important. You start focusing on your real values. You become more honest. You become more real. You connect more deeply with others. You understand others better. Because you've been there. You've felt it. And that gives you the power to help. To listen. To support. To love. The people who have known pain often have the most open hearts. They know how it feels to be broken. So they hold others more gently. They care more. They judge less. They listen better. That is power too. The power to make the world softer, kinder, more human. Pain can also give you a new direction. Sometimes it closes one door so that you can find a better one. Maybe something ended, a job, a dream, a relationship. And yes, it hurts. But maybe that ending is also a beginning. Maybe it's pushing you to grow. Maybe it's opening space for something new. You don't have to see the full path. You just need to take the next step. The pain that pushed you down can also push you forward. You will not always feel this way. The sadness, the anger, the confusion, it will pass. Like a storm. Like a heavy night. And when it does, you will still be here. And you will be different. Not weaker, but wiser. Not broken, but deeper. Not smaller, but stronger. You may not feel strong right now. You may feel lost. That's okay. You don't have to feel strong to be strong. Sometimes strength is just taking one more breath. One more step. One more try. That is enough. There is no perfect way to heal. No perfect timeline. No perfect words. Just your way. Your time. Your voice. Trust that. Follow that. You are not alone in your pain. Others feel it too. Others are walking this same path. And that means you don't have to hide. You don't have to carry it all by yourself. Talk to someone. Write about it. Create something from it. Share your journey. When you share your pain, it becomes lighter. And it might help someone else carry theirs. Your story has value. Your voice has meaning. Your scars do not make you weak. They make you real. They show the world that you have lived, that you have survived, and that you are still here, still growing, still trying. Pain can be the end of something, but it can also be the start of something new. a new belief, a new strength, a new version of you. You have already made it through so much. Think about that. Think about every day you didn't give up. Every time you kept going when it was hard. Every tear that didn't stop you. That is what power looks like. Quiet, strong, steady, real. And if you ever forget how far you've come, take a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe. And remember, you are still here. And that is everything. Every pain holds a decision. You can use it to close yourself, or you can use it to open. You can let it harden your heart, or you can let it make you softer, wiser, more kind. Pain can make you angry, or it can make you awake. The pain itself does not decide. You do. When you change your view of pain, everything changes. You stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" And you start asking, "What can I learn from this? Who can I become because of this?" You stop seeing pain as punishment. You start seeing it as part of the process. You understand that growth is not always comfortable. Sometimes growth feels like breaking. Sometimes growth feels like loss. But later, you see the truth. That pain was a doorway. That pain was a teacher. That pain shaped something powerful in you. Many people live their lives trying to avoid pain. But avoiding pain also means avoiding growth. Avoiding risk. Avoiding love. Avoiding life. The goal is not to never feel pain. The goal is to feel it, face it, and keep moving forward. You cannot always control what happens to you. But you can control how you respond. You can choose your next step. And that step, that one small choice, is how you begin to turn pain into power. Your pain may not be your fault. But your healing is your responsibility. That might sound hard, but it's actually good news. It means your power is in your hands. You don't have to wait for anyone to fix you. You don't have to wait for the past to change. You can begin healing today. Right now. Right where you are. Healing is not forgetting. It is not pretending. It is choosing. It is saying, "I carry this, but I will not be crushed by it. I feel this, but I will still move forward. It hurt, but I am still here." Every time you make that choice, your pain becomes a part of your power. It becomes proof that you are stronger than you thought. That you can walk through fire and not give up. That you can feel the weight and still rise. Sometimes the hardest part of pain is silence. No one sees what you are carrying. No one knows how hard it is to get out of bed. To smile. To keep showing up. But you do it anyway. And that invisible effort, that is power. That quiet strength matters. It is not small. It is not weak. It is real. It is brave. You don't need a big moment to prove your strength. Every small act counts. Every quiet decision. Every time you choose hope. Every time you take the harder path. Every time you stay kind, even when it hurts. These are the things that shape your power. These are the things that build you. Pain can also change your focus. When life feels easy, you often chase things that don't really matter. But when you are in pain, your eyes open. You start to see clearly. You stop caring so much about what other people think. You stop chasing approval. You stop wasting time. Pain brings you back to what is real. It makes you ask better questions. What do I really want? Who do I really need? What kind of life do I want to live? And once you ask those questions, you can begin again. More honest, more awake, more free. The people who grow the most are not the ones with the easiest lives. They are the ones who learned how to turn their struggles into strength. They are the ones who said, "Yes, this is hard, but I will keep going." They felt the pain. They stayed with it. They let it teach them. And now they carry something powerful, not just knowledge, but wisdom. Not just strength, but depth. Not just stories, but understanding. You can become one of those people. Not by doing everything perfectly. Not by hiding your feelings. But by showing up. By facing the pain. By turning toward it with courage. If the pain you feel right now had a voice, what would it say? Maybe it would say, slow down. Maybe it would say, speak up. Maybe it would say, let go. Maybe it would say, you're stronger than you think. Listen to that voice. Don't push it away. Let it speak. Let it guide you. Then decide what to do next. Pain can lead to purpose. Many people find their deepest meaning after their darkest times. They say, I went through that for a reason. I don't want others to feel alone. I want to help. I want to make a difference. I want to create something beautiful from what I've felt. That is how pain becomes power, when you use it to lift others. When your story becomes light. When your scars become bridges. You don't have to be perfect to help others. You just have to be honest. You just have to be real. And being real, even when it hurts, is one of the most powerful things you can be. There will be days when the pain feels heavier than your strength. Days when nothing seems to help. When your thoughts feel dark, your body feels tired, and your heart feels empty. On those days, don't try to fix everything. Just breathe. Just sit. Just survive. That is enough. Some days are for healing. Some days are just for holding on. And holding on is powerful. It means you haven't given up. It means there is still a small light inside you. Even if you can't see it, it is there. Your job is to protect that light, even in the dark. Pain is part of being human. You are not weak because you feel it. You are not broken because you cry. You are not less because you hurt. You are human. You are alive. You are real. In the middle of pain, it can be hard to see anything good. But when time passes, you begin to notice small signs of change. You begin to feel a little stronger. You begin to laugh again. You begin to move again. Slowly, something shifts. Slowly, the pain becomes smaller. It doesn't disappear. But it doesn't control you anymore. You learn to carry it with grace. You learn to live with it, not against it. And that is strength. Turning pain into power also means choosing what you focus on. If you keep thinking about what you lost, your pain will grow. If you focus on what you still have, your power will grow. Gratitude is a quiet kind of strength. It says, yes, I've been hurt, but I'm still here. Yes, I've cried, but I've also smiled. Yes, I've fallen, but I've also stood again. Every time you notice something good, even in the middle of pain, you are taking back your power. You are training your mind to see light. You are saying to life, I'm not done yet. I still believe in something better. Even in pain, there is beauty. Even in darkness, there is light. Even in struggle, there is meaning. The most powerful people are not the loudest. They are not the ones with easy lives or perfect stories. They are the ones who stayed soft after being hurt. The ones who still choose love after loss. The ones who offer hope even when they have known deep sadness. You can be one of those people. And you don't have to wait. You can begin right now. With one small act. One deep breath. One kind word. One brave step. Your pain is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. A stronger chapter. A wiser chapter. A more honest chapter. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be healed to move forward. You just need to begin. One moment at a time. One choice at a time. And if you fall again, that's okay. Stand again. You are not starting over. You are starting from experience. From strength. From growth. Everything you've felt has shaped you. Everything you've survived has prepared you. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for healing. And now, you have something powerful inside you. A quiet fire. A deep knowing. A calm strength. A new voice. A voice that says, I've been through pain. I've been in the dark. But I found something inside me. And now, I carry light. Now, I carry power. You didn't choose the pain. But you can choose what it becomes. You can let it shape you into someone bitter, or someone brave. Someone angry, or someone alive. The choice is yours. Not all at once. Not in one big moment. But in small steps. Small choices. Small thoughts. Each one builds the person you are becoming. Maybe no one else sees the change. Maybe no one claps for your progress. That's okay. You don't need the world to notice. You just need to keep going. You just need to keep becoming. Pain makes the ground shake. It breaks things. It leaves space. And in that space, something new can grow. A new way of thinking. A new sense of purpose. A new kind of strength. The kind that doesn't come from comfort. The kind that comes from rising again, even when it hurts. You are still writing your story. The chapters ahead have not been written yet. You get to decide what happens next. Not the pain. Not the past. Not the people who hurt you. You take that pain and use it. Use it to create. To connect. To understand. To love better. To live deeper. There is something strong in you. Something steady. Something that doesn't give up. Something that says, I will keep walking. Even with the pain. Even with the fear. Even with the weight. Because I know there is something on the other side. I know I can get there. This is not the end. It's a turning point. The moment where you decide to begin again. Not from weakness, but from wisdom. Not from fear, but from faith. And if the road feels long, just take one step. That's all you need. One breath. One movement. One decision to rise. You are not alone. Others have walked this path. Others have felt lost, broken, afraid, just like you. And they made it through. You will too. Your pain is real. Your story is true. And your power is waiting. I want to thank you for listening today. I know you could be doing a lot of other things, but you chose to spend this time improving yourself, and that is something to be proud of. Thank you for trusting me with your time. I truly hope this podcast inspired you to make small, positive changes in your life. Before I say goodbye, I have one final request. If you enjoyed this podcast, please share it with someone you know. Maybe it's a friend, a family member, or a colleague who needs to hear these words. Sharing this podcast helps me reach more people who want to improve their lives, and it helps you spread positive ideas to others. And don't forget, there's more to come. Be sure to listen to our next episode where we'll explore even more ways to improve your life and your English skills. Together, we can keep learning and growing. So thank you again for tuning in, and I look forward to having you join me next time.